Did you know that the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel actually originated from a horrifying story of cannibalism? That's right, this famous children's story is not as innocent as you think. So stay tuned as we explore the dark and twisted origins of Hansel and Gretel. You won't believe what really happened to these two siblings. In the heart of a dense and shadowy forest lived a wicked witch who was known for her malevolent deeds. Her cottage was a sinister sight to behold, with its roof made of gnarled tree branches and its walls adorned with unsettling decorations. But what truly made this dwelling eerie was its sweet aroma that enticed unsuspecting passers-by to venture closer. Unbeknownst to them, this was the witch's cunning way of luring victims to their doom. One fateful day, two children named Hansel and Gretel wandered into the witch's domain. They had strayed away from home in search of food when they stumbled upon the witch's cottage. The siblings were immediately drawn to the tantalizing scent wafting from within, and before they knew it, they found themselves at the mercy of the evil witch. She trapped them inside her cottage and subjected them to a horrifying ordeal. The witch concocted a sinister plan to fatten up the children, intending to eventually devour them. Day after day, she force-fed them until their bodies became unnaturally plump, making them the perfect feast for her gruesome desires. However, Hansel and Gretel were not helpless victims. With each passing day, they hatched a clever plan to outsmart the witch and escape her clutches. They devised a strategy so ingenious that it left the witch utterly defeated and the children free to return home. As we delve deeper into this haunting tale, we will uncover the chilling details of the witch's gruesome plan and the children's audacious escape. Join us as we explore the dark and twisted depths of this terrifying story and discover how Hansel and Gretel outsmarted the evil witch. When Hansel and Gretel arrived at the witch's cottage, they were unaware of the horrors that awaited them. The witch, with her eerie demeanor and sinister intentions, had created a perfect trap to lure and imprison them. Once inside her cottage, the witch used her supernatural powers and wicked spells to prevent the children from escaping. She cast illusions, conjured protective barriers, and even transformed the cottage's layout, ensuring that Hansel and Gretel would never find their way out. The children were trapped in a labyrinth of the witch's design, and hope seemed to dwindle with each passing moment. As the days turned into weeks, the witch grew impatient and decided to put her sinister plan into action. She forced the children to consume vast quantities of food, fattening them up for the gruesome feast she had planned. Hansel and Gretel resisted as best they could, but the witch's power was too strong to overcome. Their bodies became unnaturally plump, making them the perfect prey for the witch's insatiable hunger. But amidst this horrifying ordeal, the children's spirits did not break. They shared a bond that defied the witch's attempts to tear them apart. Hansel and Gretel devised a plan to outsmart their captor and regain their freedom. They knew that they had to act quickly before the witch carried out her gruesome plan, so they hatched a daring escape. While the witch was away, they secretly searched for a way out of the cottage. Hansel and Gretel explored every nook and cranny, hoping to find a door or a window that would lead them to freedom. Finally, they discovered a small opening hidden behind a bookshelf. It was a passageway that the witch had used to bring in her unsuspecting victims, and now it offered the children a chance to escape. They crept through the passageway, venturing deep into the witch's lair. They encountered many obstacles, but their determination to be free kept them going. As they journeyed deeper, they realized that the witch's lair was filled with the remnants of her previous victims. It was a grim reminder of the fate that awaited them if they failed to escape, but this only fueled their determination to succeed. After what seemed like an eternity, Hansel and Gretel stumbled upon a glimmer of hope. They found a key that would unlock the door leading outside the witch's lair. With trembling hands, they opened the door and emerged into the darkness beyond. They had successfully escaped the witch's clutches and were finally free. However, their ordeal was not over yet. As they ventured into the forest, they knew that the witch would stop at nothing to retrieve her captives. She had magical powers at her command, and they had to be wary of her every move. Hansel and Gretel relied on their wits and courage to evade the witch's pursuit. They ran through the thick undergrowth, climbed over fallen logs, and raced across open clearings, always staying one step ahead of their captor. As dawn broke, they emerged from the forest, battered but triumphant. They had survived the witch's terrifying ordeal and returned home, forever changed by their experience. Hansel and Gretel's story is a testament to the power of hope and resilience in the face of adversity. Despite being trapped in a world of darkness and despair, they never gave up hope of escaping the witch's clutches. Their bravery and determination allowed them to outsmart their captor and regain their freedom. The story of Hansel and Gretel has captured the imaginations of readers for centuries. It is a tale of suspense, adventure, and triumph over evil. The characters are unforgettable, and the plot keeps readers on the edge of their seats. But there is more to the story than meets the eye. When we delve deeper into the narrative, we uncover hidden meanings and symbolism that add new dimensions to this classic tale. One of the most intriguing aspects of Hansel and Gretel is the symbolism of the forest. The dense and shadowy woods represent the unknown and the dangers that lie within. The witch's cottage, hidden deep in the forest, serves as a reminder of the hidden evils that can lurk in the most unsuspecting places. The forest also symbolizes the challenges and obstacles that the children must overcome on their journey to freedom. Another significant symbol in the story is the candy house itself. At first glance, it appears to be a place of sweetness and delight, but it soon reveals its true nature as a trap. The candy house represents the deceptive nature of appearances and the importance of being cautious. It serves as a reminder that not everything that glitters is gold, and that danger can often be disguised as pleasure. Furthermore, the story of Hansel and Gretel explores themes of survival and resilience. The children's ability to endure the horrific ordeal and outsmart the witch showcases the strength of the human spirit. Despite being subjected to unimaginable horrors, they never lose hope, and they continue to fight for their freedom. This theme resonates with readers who have faced their own challenges and reminds them of their ability to overcome adversity. Moreover, the story touches upon the importance of family and sibling bonds. Hansel and Gretel's love and support for each other help them to endure the most difficult moments. Their bond is tested as the witch tries to divide them, but they manage to stay connected, which ultimately leads to their escape. The story emphasizes that family ties are unbreakable, and that love and unity can conquer all. In conclusion, the story of Hansel and Gretel is much more than a children's fairy tale. It is a story filled with symbolism, hidden meanings, and powerful themes. From the forest to the candy house, every element in the story holds deeper significance, whether it is the exploration of survival, resilience, family bonds, or the battle between good and evil. This tale continues to captivate readers of all ages. So next time you hear the story of Hansel and Gretel, remember to look beyond the surface and appreciate the rich layers of meaning that make it such a timeless classic. Our journey through the dark and twisted origins of Hansel and Gretel has come to an end. We've uncovered the chilling tale of cannibalism and the horrifying details of the witch's sinister plan. But there's still one more piece of the puzzle to explore. What really happened to those children? Did they ever escape the clutches of the evil witch, or were they doomed to become her next meal? The truth is both tragic and heartbreaking. After the witch's demise, Hansel and Gretel did indeed escape the clutches of the evil witch. However, their victory was short-lived. Upon returning home, they were met with an unimaginable sight. Their own parents had succumbed to starvation, unable to bear the hardships of the famine that had struck their land. Hansel and Gretel, now orphans, were left to fend for themselves in a world that seemed even more cruel and unforgiving. The two siblings had endured unimaginable horrors, facing the threat of cannibalism and the darkness of the human heart. Their story serves as a reminder that sometimes the greatest monsters aren't witches lurking in the shadows, but the darkness that can reside within us.